Fellow walkers, this is your imperfect teacher once again. Lessons from the contemplative forest during my power walks. So today the topic is going to be making mind-body agreements with your innate intelligence as the agent of change. Innate intelligence is really something that happens without you knowing it, without you directing it, without you having anything to do with it. It's just a level of intelligence that cannot be reached intellectually, that is not something accessible in a logical manner. And I'll give you examples. Innate intelligence is what directs a carrot, if you eat a carrot, to become you. Or if you eat a hamburger, to become you. Or whatever you eat, to become you. Whatever air goes in, to take that oxygen and use it. And we know the biochemistry of it and everything. We know that food is broken down into the enzymes and minerals and vitamins. And then the amino acids are turned into protein. It creates tissue. We know all of that. But what we don't know is who or what is orchestrating all of that. And there has to be some innate intelligence in there. And that innate intelligence has nothing to do with deservingness, because the innate intelligence is beyond culture, and culture is what creates the merit system of you deserve this, you don't deserve that. Innate intelligence attempts to work independent of that, but what thwarts that, what blocks that, what I call the dampers of becomingness, is the negativity, the archetypal wounds, and what the Buddhists call the causes of, or the cause of suffering, which is disturbing thoughts and action, of course. So how do we make agreements, mind-body agreements, in a way that we can access that innate intelligence without really knowing how we're doing it, but setting up the conditions so we can get out of the way and let it work as it was designed to be, and to protect us and allow us to grow. One of the ways to do it is use an agreement, mind-body agreement, using your body, because your body is very concrete. You can see evidence or lack of evidence in what you're doing. So one of the things that I suggest, and I've done this with many people, including myself, is that you make an agreement of something that you want to change in your body. And, you know, not ridiculous things. If you're 5 feet, you want to 6 feet, be 6 feet. No, none of that. But things that are reasonable to obtain, but especially if you've had a difficult time obtaining it. And an example would be, you have tried diets and you have tried to work out and you have fasted and done everything, and you just can't get your body to get rid of that excess weight, or you gain it right back. That would be one example. Or that you're trying to build muscles, and of course there are no problems with testosterone or anything like that would stop you from building muscles, but just a normal way, and you just can't get it to happen. Or you have a chronic illness, or you have symptoms of things that no matter what you do, it doesn't get any better. Those are the things to address. And again, to be patient, courageous, and have faith. The three ingredients of handling any kind of challenge. So you do this, of course, under a deep contemplative state. And those of you who have listened to my audios and videos and read my books, you know how to do it. So there's plenty of information out there. So you can go, for example, to YouTube, my channel, Dr. Mario Martinez. There are all kinds of videos there showing you how to do it. Now, you get into that contemplative state and you make an agreement of mind-body to access that innate intelligence by getting out of the way and getting the obstacles out of the natural process of your innate intelligence. So let's say that you want to lose weight, and the agreement that you're making is that you want to get rid of some excess pounds or kilograms. And that's what you're wanting from your body using the innate intelligence. What you're willing to do for it is the usual things like eating well and exercising, but with one important addition, that any time that the obstacles come up, the obstacles meaning the dampers of becomingness, you have a disturbing thought, or you take some action that goes against your agreement that you're making. This will be almost like a sacred agreement that you're making with your body. Then you stop, take a deep breath, do heart breathing for a few minutes, and go back to what you were doing to keep your agreement. Anytime that you see that there's no progress, you look at it and you say, oh, my body needs more time to keep the agreement. Then in order to pursue this, you're going to need patience. And if you're being impatient, that means you're in the urgent present. Get out of the urgent present, get into dress me slowly, I'm in a hurry, like Don Quixote said to Sancho Panza. If you're in the area where you're feeling that you don't have the strength or the courage to do it, then courage is what you need, and the terrain for that, as you know, is self-valuation. Courage comes from self-valuation, not from being courageous or the absence of cowardice. Self-valuation is increased by maintaining self-caring commitments. So you see, it's all related. And if you lose faith or hope in what you're doing, what you need there is a terrain to create faith. And the way to do that is to do what you're doing without any expectations of outcome and without a need for evidence. You take hope out of the way and turn it into action. So using these three ingredients of the challenging journey, you will then check weekly how your body is keeping up with the agreement that you made and how you're keeping up with your part of the agreement. So how is your body keeping up with the agreement? Are you keeping up with the agreement? And you keep going. You keep going, and you will find that there will be substantial change if you're consistent with this. But be aware that all the things that we call self-sabotage and procrastination and all those labels we give it are really not being aware of when you're creating the disturbing thoughts or actions to stop you from doing things. So you will find that the mind-body agreement you're making to access the innate intelligence requires your body to go to that innate intelligence, and for you to keep your agreement on what you're doing to enhance the innate intelligence that will do it. Now, it's not that you talk to your body and your body's going to say, okay, I'll do what you're saying. It's not like that. It's a biochemical, bioinformational process that's going on. You're creating a terrain, you're creating a play, you're creating a biosymbol that allows you to see what's going on in that world that you created. And biology follows the world that you create to a very, very significant degree. So remember, you're making a mind-body agreement. Your mind does its part, the body does its part, and the innate intelligence takes the action. For now, we'll do it with the body. Later, I'll show you how to do it with other things. But now the body, because it's very concrete. And write me, Facebook or YouTube or all the social media that I have, and let me know how you're progressing. Don't let me know how you're failing. Let me know how you're progressing. If you let me know how you're failing, you're talking about what's not working. I want you to talk about what's working. And if it's not working, it means you're approximating the goal. not as well as you could. All right? So go for it and start your mind.
Time 16 minutes 30 seconds. Distance 1 mile. Pace 16 minutes 29 seconds per mile. Split pace 16 minutes 30 seconds per mile.
Oh, what a natural finish. That's the map of walk letting me know how far I've gone. So it ended exactly at the mile. So again, make the agreement and listen to this video several times so you can begin to create the ambiance, the terrain, the bioinformational field that you need for this to happen, and go for it. Use agency, which is your awareness of the action you're taking to meet a goal and overcome a challenge. Enjoy. And this is your imperfect teacher going back to his walk and his agreement with his body. Enjoy.